Hi everyone, and thank you for joining me today. This is Alicia and I'm with the Sub Hub, and we are with Crafters Wholesale Superstore located in Parma, Ohio. I will link our website down below as well as our location and hours. Today I will be sublimating a 20-ounce white tumbler, and I will be going into detail on some of the pros and cons of our heat press here, our tumbler press. Okay, so first off, our 20-ounce white tumblers come with a box and a plastic straw. So when you unbox our 20-ounce white tumblers, they are in a little plastic bag here. And here's our lid. You can open and close. And of course, this is for hot and cold drinks. So the first thing I do is I like to go ahead and just do a quick inspection of the tumbler to make sure there's no dust or any nicks that I have to be concerned about. And I also like removing this little silver sticker at the bottom. I don't like that staying on the tumbler. And also, if you're using these for your own small business, you can also put your business name or some instructions here how to take care and maintain your tumbler. So I have my scissors, of course. I have a pick, my measuring tape, my sublimation heat tape, and I have what we also sell is our pinch tool. Okay, this pinch tool helps you wrap your tumbler properly, and this is for like 20 ounce, 15 ounce, 30 ounce as well. So I will show you guys how to use this. Okay, so a couple of things before we go ahead and get started on wrapping our tumbler. I just want to show you guys an example of ghosting, just so you understand what it is and how it looks. Ghosting is not something you really want when you're sublimating. So if you can see here along the line, you could actually see the seam of the line, and you see how there is discoloration here at the top. Okay, so that is ghosting. Okay, it has ghosting here at the bottom as well. You could see the print didn't finish and the color is extremely faded. Okay, yes, it looks good in the middle, but when using a tumbler press, all the pressure is in the middle. So I'm going to show you a quick tip and trick on how to avoid ghosting with a tumbler press. Okay, so first off, I'm going to measure this so you guys can see for your preference. I am printing on an Epson Sure Color, and the measurements I use, because this is the print I'll be using today, the measurement I use for my prints is 9.25 wide by 8.2 high. Okay, so you take your measuring tape, you put the 0 at the top, of course. I like to hold mine over, and then you pull down, and you see it's second line under the 8-inch line. So when I print, like I said, I like to print 8.2 high. And let's check the width. I like doing this from the middle of the tumbler. So I just wrap it around, hold where the 0 is, grab my other side. Okay, you can see a little bit less than 9.25. I do that because with some of the prints I do like an overlay. So 9.25 wide. So what I did here before starting the video is I went ahead and trimmed all the white off all 4 corners. Okay, because if you do order custom prints from us, they will not come prepared like this. They will have a white border, which you would have to remove yourself. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and have my heat tape in front of me. So when wrapping, I like to make sure that I like standing my tumbler up first off. Okay, so I like to make sure that I have a nice grip on it before using my pinch tool. Okay, so I hold it here, I wrap my pinch tool, and I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze. Okay, so this leaves this hand free. Okay, so I hold it like this. I like taping from the top. I always put one first, wrap over so it can hold, so you see the inside. and then I work my way down. And as you do this, you can move your pinch tool, squeeze, make sure you have a good grip, okay? This helps you maintain the grip of the paper so you don't lose how tight it's supposed to be, okay? So you see, I'm just overlaying it so when I remove and peel, it comes off in one quick piece. Okay, so let me tape the bottom here. And when using a heat press, you do not have to tape the bottom of the tumbler. You just tape all the way down. And then I like to loop mine like that, okay? I like the pinch tool because it makes sure that the paper is nice and tight, because you don't want no space in between the paper and the tumbler. Okay, so now that we did this, we taped the paper, the transfer onto the tumbler. I do have my heat glove. This one is a little holy, but it still does the job. Okay, so first off, to avoid ghosting, just like in this tumbler, okay, to avoid this from happening, the trick is to press the top and the bottom first, okay? So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and place my tumbler tape side down, halfway in, okay? As you can see there, halfway in, and we're gonna press for 10 seconds. And this is already preheated to 385 for 30 seconds, because when we do the full wrap, it's for 30 seconds, okay? So there's 10 seconds. Rotate it, tape face up, close, another 10 seconds. Now we're going to do the same thing again for the bottom. And what this does is gives it more time at the top and bottom to help prevent the ghosting. Okay? So tape is down. I always start with my tape down. And then I rotate. This is so you know what side you've done, so you can keep track of everything, okay? And this is the system that works for me best. It might not work for you, but this is how I make tumblers. Okay, before I continue, I'm going to tighten this a little. Now I'm going to put the entire tumbler in, tape face down, and I'm going to do the full 30 seconds. Okay, so this is the full 30 seconds. And just so you hear me again, this is set for 385 for 30 seconds, and the temperature does fluctuate, but it will reach the hottest temperature. So it keeps it leveled, which is great. So once we do this side for 30 seconds, I'm going to go ahead and rotate. So the tape is face up, but I like putting it a little bit to the side so it can get the seam from not ghosting, okay? So a little bit to the side, just so the seam is covered and it's not in the gap. So if you could see here, there is a small gap on top. I don't want the seam to be in that gap because that can cause ghosting as well. And you have to make sure that you do a hot peel, okay? If you do not do a hot peel, the paper will stick to the tumbler. I have experience, and I have had problems where the paper got stuck and it's ruined the entire tumbler. Okay, so I have my pick here. I go ahead and remove the tape and a quick peel down. You see how easy that is if you tape it properly. And then I remove my paper. And I do have a bucket of water here. This is just to cool it faster, and this is only for tumblers. You cannot do this for glass. Your glass will shatter. Okay, so I'm going to put it in here really quick. And this takes about 5 seconds. Okay. That's why I have my towel here so we can dry it off. And then we'll show you guys the finished product. Look at this. Great, look at the top. I don't even know where my seam is. Let me see if I can find my seam. Sometimes it is hard. This is that sometime. I cannot. Oh, I found it. Only found it because the flowers kind of messed up there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's my seam. Okay, so I just want you to look at that real quick. I have no seam on my floral tumbler. Okay, so that trick always works for me. Look at that. Okay, so like I said, I will be linking everything down below. It will have our website, where you can get the pinch tool on our website, our 20-ounce white tumblers, and then it will have a link to our Facebook group, which is the Sub Hub, and you can follow me on there as well. And I do videos. Everyone helps out. If you have questions about sublimation, if you're new, if you're experienced, you could share your stories, good and bad. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I will talk to you guys soon. The next video I will be doing is how to make a 20-ounce in the convection oven with shrink wrap and rubber bands, not actual rubber bands, but the silicone bands, okay? So I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you for joining. Bye.